beauties, it's RIT. So what is the max hydration method anyway? It's been popping up on the blogosphere and the vlogosphere, and everyone's saying that, you know, if you have type 4 hair, especially if you have 4C hair, if you have low porosity hair, this is the regimen to try. But it's such a long regimen and it seems so complicated, and I'm a very low maintenance type of natural, and I wanted to find out if there is possibly a way to simplify the regimen and still get the same results. So I'm going to go through what the actual maximum hydration method is, kind of explain the things I think work and what don't work step by step, and then at the very end I will give you a modified version of the maximum hydration method that I think will work for just about anybody. In this video, you'll see me after I have completed the complete day 1 routine for the regimen, and I did try to follow the steps as closely as possible so I could see how realistic it would be for me to incorporate this regimen into my lifestyle. So I came up with some ideas on how I might be able to tweak it for the future and make it much more attainable and realistic to try. Alright, so the first step of the maximum hydration method, when you're doing it for the very first time, you have to do a cleanse. So the cleanse for the very first time is really a moisturizing protein treatment, and they call it the Cherry Lola Caramel Treatment. First of all, this has a lot of ingredients in it. It includes molasses, honey, baking soda, an overripe banana, avocado, eggs. Like a really super long list of stuff. So you can try mixing it yourself if you are a DIY type of person. However, I really don't feel like this step is 100% necessary in actually going through the regimen. However, you can go ahead, try to mix it up yourself and see how you like it. There is also something called the Shea caramel treatment, which you can purchase instead of mixing it up yourself if you really want to incorporate this step. When you are not doing the regimen for the first time, you can just do a regular cleansing wash. For me, I don't really believe in using baking soda to cleanse your hair because just the pH is just off the charts. So in my adjusted regimen, you'll see how I work around that. Alright, so after you've done the hydrating protein treatment / cleanse, the second step is to do a deep condition and detangle your hair. So deep condition is really, really simple. With the max hydration method, they really want you to use all natural products, kind of like the curly girl method. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I don't think that it's necessary anyway whatsoever. So just do a deep condition. You can do it overnight or you can do it for like 30 minutes, however you like to do it. And after you've deep conditioned and detangled your hair, you would do a clay mask. Now the clay mask I think is the most important part of the whole routine, and all you need to do is get some Rasool clay or bentonite clay. I discovered that the vitamin shop sells it for really cheap. Well, not super cheap, it's not like pennies. It's about $8, but you get a lot of it, and after you've mixed up the clay, it's a lot and will last you for a while. So I think it's worth the money, and I think it's the most important part of the process in getting your hair completely renewed, because what it does is when you leave it on your hair and then rinse it out, it removes the toxins from your hair, removes the toxins from your scalp. So it really leaves you with a nice blank canvas, and in doing so, it really helps your curls to come together. So after you've done the clay mask and you've rinsed it out, all you're doing after that is putting in a leave-in conditioner and putting in a natural gel to seal it in. So that's in place of like your typical liquid oil cream regimen. If you put in a leave-in conditioner, you put in a gel, and you're done. The whole concept is that you're supposed to, when you're doing it for the first time, do all of those steps for 7 days in a row. After the 7 days, you can start doing it every 3 days. The concept is that you're increasing the hydration of your hair the more frequently that you do it. I'm calling shenanigans because that doesn't make any sense. Your hair can only hold so much liquid at a time, and there is such a thing as overhydrating your hair. When you have too much water in your hair, it weakens the inner cortex, and then your hair can break. It's just a lot of manipulation, and it just doesn't make sense to me to manipulate your hair that frequently. It's just, to me, doesn't seem wise. So I already mentioned you can purchase a caramel treatment. You can also purchase a clay mask so you don't have to mix it up yourself. It comes already pre-made. You can purchase that. And as far as the special types of conditioners and the gels that they want you to use, if you have products that already work for you, you can just use those and incorporate them into the regimen. So the pre-step is that you're going to do this chopped and screwed version of the method weekly. You're not going to do it for multiple days in a row. You're just going to have a wash day every week. So the first step is to cleanse your hair. You can use a non-sulfate shampoo or a conditioning or a cleansing conditioner for this step. For step number 2, you can do a deep condition where you leave the conditioner on your hair, or you cannot. It's kind of up to you. I don't really think there's a need to deep condition your hair every week, so you could do that bi-weekly. So kind of up to you, but do make sure that you detangle your hair with your fingers as thoroughly as you can. And then for the third step, you really do need to do the clay mask. I think that's the most important part, and if you skip it, I honestly don't believe that your results will be the same. So you can get the pre-made clay mask that I mentioned before, or you can go to the vitamin shop, get the clay powder, mix it up with water, and then you'll have enough for like the year. After the clay mask, you rinse it out, put in a leave-in conditioner, and put in a gel. So there is a way to apply the conditioner and the gel to your hair to get the optimum results, and I will have a video about that separately. I mean, these are what my results are. You can kind of modify it to what you need to do. I think that my tips for shortening it will be really helpful, but I don't know. You let me know what you think. Have you tried doing the maximum hydration method? Do you think that my steps are simpler, and so that is something that you might actually want to try if you thought the max hydration method was too cumbersome? Let me know. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with. Talk to you soon. Bye.